Welcome to Real Talk Hilton Head with David and Dale Cross, the real estate lifestyle podcast of Coastal Carolina.
Join us as we share stories from our community, insight into the local lifestyle, and the real scoop on real estate.
From market trends to home design, we dive deep into what it means to live and thrive here.
Discover the state of mind and philosophy of the Lowcountry that enriches life through personal growth, health and wellness, and human connection.
Whether you're a local or thinking of becoming one, we're here to guide you through the ins and outs of living this coastal escape.
Tune in, relax, and enjoy the conversation with Real Talk Hilton Head,
the podcast of Coastal Carolina.
This episode is brought to you by the David Dale team, powered by eXp Realty in Hilton Head.
Welcome to Real Talk Hilton Head, the podcast of Coastal Carolina. Today, we're just going to jump right into it. We are going to talk about all things August 2025, what to do, where to go, things to see. And we're here today joined by Erica Hayes from Island Events Magazine, HiltonHead.com, Savannah.com, plus a whole bunch of other .coms. But this is the go-to for what to do on Hilton Head. So if you're visiting and you're coming in August, this is your show. And
if you haven't, if you're not familiar with Island Events, please check out our previous episode. We'll tell you all about this amazing magazine, all the things that they do here on the island, everything that they aggregate for you. So check that out. That's a couple episodes previous. And if you want upcoming episodes of events, the next couple months, things to do, please like and subscribe.
Yeah, and be sure to check this out. All right. Well, welcome back to the show, Erica.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Yeah. We had so much fun in the last one. So we really appreciate you coming back.
And we got a lot of great feedback. You know, it was good. People are thrilled, so, and we're thrilled, so.
Well, August is around the corner, so let's talk about August.
Yeah. I'll start us off. Yep. How about we're going to talk about live music and entertainment.
Yep.
Indoor and outdoor, as we talked about.
Yep.
So what kinds of live performances or musical experiences can people look forward to this month in the area?
So as you mentioned, there is indoor and outdoor is important in August because there's a lot of rain, there's a lot of weather, there's just sometimes you need to beat the heat. And sometimes you just want to bask in it. So there's really a mix for everybody. But one of the places where you can find some of the best indoor entertainment is the Art Center. For people who have not been, it is an exceptional venue on Hilton Head. We're so lucky to have Broadway, West End level performances just right there. And it's also a very intimate venue. It kind of feels like a little mini Globe theater of sorts.
It is.
Because every single seat is a fantastic seat when you're there. And this month we have the Donna Summer musical. So any disco fans.
And
if I could chime in, watch tomorrow we're releasing the Art Center podcast where we're going to be talking about that. So if you want to know more, make sure you tune in.
I'll be brief. The Donna Summer musical, you can catch it from August 1st through the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
And buy your tickets early. They do sell out very quickly. It's not a very big venue. So you want to if you're interested in going, make sure you commit early.
Yep.
And then kind of keeping in that disco kind of 70s theme, they have an Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute at the end of the month.
Oh.
So it's going to be 2 days, the 29th and the 30th. And
have you got your tickets yet?
I do. I'm taking my mom. It was her very first album that she bought for herself. So seeing the tribute is very, very exciting for her. So it's, I love a tribute band. I think it's really special that we're able to have that on Hilton Head. So it's to have that venue. We're so lucky.
And what people, a little sneak peek to what we learned about the Art Center when we did it. 349 seats in that.
Do you know why?
I don't actually know.
Because I asked why not.
It's in the podcast. But you have to watch. There's a specific reason why they limit it to 349.
49.
Yep, and it has to do with how things are done. Yep. So anyways, and then you have to see it. Watch the episode. We were talking, but we're super thrilled. I want to go because I grew up on all that. My dad, he was big Earth, Wind, and Fire, big Donna Summer guy. Wish you were still around, but to see it.
And for anybody that's watching, comment tickets below. We have a coupon that we can give you, a Real Talk coupon for the Art Center. So comment tickets and we'll get that for you.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
So the tribute and Donna Summers is coming.
That's coming to the Art Center.
Okay, perfect.
But there are other indoor options.
Okay.
I think you had a question for me on that one.
Well, I wanted to talk about indoor for the comedy. So if somebody wanted to get some laughs
musical,
in.
yes. So it's not a play, not a musical. Another venue that is indoors is tucked away in South Island Square. It's around the back from the restaurants and the shops is Comedy Magic Cabaret. And if you have not been, I could not recommend it more. Okay. The Pollocks who own it are the most fantastic people. Carrie and Kelly Pollock.
Yeah.
Carrie is the headlining performer. He is a magician, illusionist, and comedian all together. And a lot of people don't know is that he actually makes illusion tricks. And some of his tricks have been seen on like America's Got Talent.
Oh, wow.
He actually builds like the things where the trapdoors are moving. It's very, very cool. His workshop is incredible.
So he does workshops, like illusion workshops?
His workshop.
Where he built it. Where he built it.
His actual workshop. But he does have a variety of performances every month. In August, you're going to find it Wednesday through Saturday.
Okay.
Evenings.
Okay.
And they have like a close-up magic show on Fridays, and he has one of his regular guest performers in town is Ruben. He is one of the most amazing magicians I've ever seen. Oh, wow. He's I think he's from Spain originally, but oh my gosh, like it's to see close-up magic, it really kind of feels like that like Penn and Teller experience.
And you're trying to figure out how are you doing that, but you can't figure it out, can you?
Even if you know how it's done, it's still so impressive and
how they do it.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And how they integrate comedy into it is just so fun. It's like it really is a performance. Just a full performance. So they have shows Wednesday through Saturday.
What times do you know?
I believe that one is at 8:00. You'll have to double check.
Do they serve food there as well?
They do light bites and they do drinks and cocktails.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get a full heavy meal.
Yeah.
But they do have light bites and they have wait staff coming around taking care of each one of the tables. But there are restaurants in South Island Square, so you could easily do.
Yeah, Nectar's over there.
And if I can tell a very funny story. So we've been once with some friends and it was we had so much fun, but we were eating at Lucky Rooster at the time.
Yeah.
We came in a little late.
No, a little late. We were the last ones in. The show was started.
No, to our folks that watching, do not be late.
Don't be the last one, because what happened, you know how small it is, right?
It's very small.
It's intimate.
So intimate. So we walked in and our table was like literally right there. It was the last table.
That was the last table.
And he was in the middle of a show and then we walked in. Yeah. And he looks at us and with a big old smile and we're like, oh no. And he locked in. Actually, he pulled up our friend at the time, Freddie. Pulled him up on stage.
Locked in. I mean, we were railed. We were roasted.
So we were the butt of the jokes all night.
I have a very sweet story from someone going to the comedy show. Was my sister set up our best friend with someone she was working with at the time.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you have to meet this guy." And they had their first date at Comedy Magic. Oh. And they just were called on by Carrie, and of course, like they were just kind of part of the show. And they said it was their first date, and it was
he loves that.
He's so good at ad-libbing too.
So
like you can tell that he had his
shtick. He's just a funny guy.
But then he just goes off, and you're like, I mean, it's a fascinating thing how he can just ride into it.
But he kept on interacting with them, and then in the couple, he actually ended up working for them for years.
Oh my goodness!
And they were part of like the wedding. It was just very, very special. And I was like, that's
the island, right?
Yeah,
well, and that's what I love about them, because I heard they used to live on a boat. I don't know if they still do.
They still do.
Oh, mm-hmm. And I saw it was down in Safe Harbor where we live, and I thought, this is really cool. Like they live on the water. They're totally immersed in the Lowcountry experience. Business owners. I mean, this is like truly the story of what we love.
Yeah, they love
bring
the
light to.
Flexibility because they're here the majority of the year, but Carrie travels he goes to like the Magic Castle in California. Wow. He goes to like the comedy. He just goes on tour, but they also take the boat and go
they
down
do
to
that.
The Keys and things, and it's very, very cool. But
that's
they're
awesome.
Just the sweetest people, and that venue should be filled every night.
Well, it's difficult to get in. It really is. I've looked a couple times, and tickets you've got to book in advance.
Yeah.
Don't you?
So if you're coming, to the island in August, you want to go see it, it's the Magic Cabaret is what it's called?
Comedy Magic Cabaret.
Okay.
And if I could say one thing about it, it is funny, not filthy.
Correct.
And that
Yes.
for me is very, very
That's
important.
true. It's
Yeah,
clean.
age appropriate show. I wouldn't recommend it to very, very small children,
Mm-hmm.
particularly because it's an evening performance.
Yeah.
They do sometimes have kid performances in the summer. You have to check the calendar for more of
Okay.
like the daytime shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll bring in guest performers for more of a really small children experience.
Yeah.
But it's appropriate for teenagers, for families. It's really not it's not inappropriate. It's a really, really nice comedy show.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's good.
So that's indoor. Do we have any outdoor music? The weather's beautiful. in
Under the
evening.
stars,
Under the stars,
laid back, even
So-
free stuff.
There is free stuff. So that's a big important question is while those are ticketed performances, a lot of outdoor concerts are going to be free performances.
Okay.
And one that we have in August is Jazz in the Park over at Lowcountry Celebration Park.
I love it.
That is in connection with the Symphony Orchestra.
Oh.
So you can find that on the 5th and the 19th in August.
So it's 2 dates.
2 different dates,
Okay.
yes. And you'll have to double check their calendar for rain or shine or of performance reschedules. But it's just a really, really nice. And there's a lot of live music on that south end. You're going to find nightly performances over in Caligny. A lot of the different restaurants like the Sandbar, Fish, just they have a lot
Tiki
of
Hut.
Bamboo.
I think also like the bank. And
Yeah, and even going down Pope Avenue. So
Yeah.
you can kind of take your way down Pope. You can go to the bank. You can go to, and then you
Legends?
make your way.
Is Legends?
Local legend.
Local Legends, sorry. Yeah.
They're starting to get it more of a calendar of live music outdoors, and even going into Sea Pines, where you're going to find more of like the traditional. You're going to find the family performances by Greg Russell, by DJ
Yeah.
Allen, like I mentioned last time, and the same thing with Shelter Cove. You have Harbor Fest still going on, so there's a lot of live music that is free to enjoy for the public. But always tip if you have,
Yes.
Yes.
if you can, because
100%.
those performers work so hard, and this is their livelihood. This is what they do. So it's free to enjoy, but if you have the means, we always recommend tipping the performers.
Yeah. But so the specific dates, though, those are usually ongoing, but the dated ones is going to be Jazz in the Park.
That's the only one that is a dated performance. That's the 5th and the 19th of August.
Are you thinking about making a move to the Lowcountry?
Whether you're searching for the perfect home or you're exploring vibrant communities on the coast or dreaming of a new lifestyle, we're here to help.
Contact the David Dale team today and let's make your dream a reality. So for folks that are coming, do they need to bring lawn chairs, blankets, or are they chairs already put out?
You should bring blankets.
Blankets,
Yes.
okay.
If you, and again, always just double check their websites for restrictions on coolers or on chairs, because you don't want to show up with chairs and it not be permitted.
Correct.
Yeah.
So for the most updated information, always check their website before you go.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And what's the name of the website again? Do you know?
So that one's going to be on hhso.org. So
Okay.
it's this Hilton Head Symphony Orchestra.
Or HiltonHead.com.
You can check out Hilton Head.
Hilton.com. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we'll keep things moving here. Nature and outdoors, honey. Let's go to that one.
All right. So we just talked about the awesome summer Lowcountry nights. They are, when the sun goes down, that heat goes away, right? But
Which is very nice.
the temperatures. So are there any unique guided outdoor experiences?
So guided outdoor experiences are really cool because sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming to go out at nighttime. So there's one that's really, really cool is a full moon shore explorer.
Okay.
So that is in Sea Pines. You meet at the beach club.
Okay.
That one is happening on August 6th is the full moon in August.
Okay, so they do it solely on the full
They do it solely on full moon. It's going to be the most illuminated evening because of the full moon.
Yeah.
And it's just a really cool way to kind of talk about, I mean, a lot of people don't realize how the moon affects the tides, how just the moon in general it's a big part of Hilton Head. And there's sometimes full moon cruises, but that one is a guided walking tour of Sea Pines, and you can safely kind of navigate and see some of the nightlife wild animals, which is very cool.
Like, I want to do that.
I was going to say, I can't believe we've been here this long. And do they do this all the time, or is this unique?
You're going to find it every full moon.
Oh my gosh.
Every full moon throughout the year.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Just learned something new. Thank you, Erica.
Yeah, and that one, of course, you can always find it through our website and through Island Events. We always put the calendar listing for the full moon experiences, and that one is through. You can also check out Sea Pines' website.
Okay. Now, I want you to touch on something too, because this is something a lot of people may not know. Because at night, there's no lights.
Yes.
And the moon. Talk about the moon and what's really special about our beaches. It's not on this, but I'm going to
say the big special thing that happens with the moon and Hilton Head. You'll see a lot of things for signs that say lights out. Yes. It's because we have sea turtles.
Yes.
A lot of sea turtles.
Yeah.
The conservation preservation that Hilton Head has done for sea turtles, even in my lifetime here, it's been exponential, and it's been really, really pioneered by Amber Hester Kewen. She is a marine biologist. She made headline news recently for the whale.
Yes, that beached up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she is. She's just the most. If you want to know anything about ocean life, she's the person to talk to.
Okay.
And the sea turtle season is between May and October, I believe.
Yeah.
And so August, you're really kind of getting that peak sea turtle season.
Were they hatching? They're coming out.
So you're starting to see the hatchlings, and you're starting to see, but just the fact that we have loggerhead sea turtles that can safely come nest on Hilton Head is really, really cool.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of information out there, but really kind of speaking with the sea turtle preservation, and there's a sea turtle patrol Hilton Head.
Yeah,
they do great work.
They do incredible work, and they actually have if you're not wanting to necessarily go outside at nighttime to go see the sea turtles with them, you can go to Turtle Talks on Monday.
Okay.
In the park, that's in Lowcountry Celebration Park.
Okay.
And it's a free Turtle Talk. It happens every Monday from June, July, and August. So we're finishing up our Turtle Talk.
We were just there on Monday picking him up, and they were there. I saw the big van and a big crowd there. Yeah.
So they're just educating people on
They're educating on everything about turtles. They're really, and it's really cool to see visual imagery and just to really kind of learn in a more hands-on way.
Okay.
And it prepares you if you want to go out or if you want to volunteer and get involved. Wow. But the amount of outreach that they've done, particularly with children, I hope that next generations are just
our youngest. He and when we're out on the boat, we see them. You see the big ones. And I didn't know this too. These hatchlings come back here, right? When they're ready to lay eggs. They actually
and I'll have to go to a Turtle Talk to refresh my memory. I think they always have babies on the beach where they were born.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Yeah.
They go back to the exact same.
Like how do they know that?
Yeah. The moon. I think it's the moon.
Okay, it's something
to do with it.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It is incredible.
Just seeing like the backs. It's really, really cool to see a turtle, and they love this area because one thing that they eat a lot of is jellyfish. And we have a lot of those cannonball jellyfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is turtle snacks.
Okay. Yeah.
They love it. So
I didn't know that.
They're swimming through the water. You can sometimes on the boat see them
going after
the jellyfish. And I was like, oh man.
Oh, poor little jellyfish. But hey, everybody got to eat.
The cannonballs do not sting you. So for people that are coming to the island, don't
be
get
afraid
freaked
of them.
out.
Yeah.
They're here, but they are totally harmless.
Always approach with caution with any sort of jellyfish.
Yes, because you don't know what they are.
Particularly, you don't know what they are. And also, you just don't want to hurt them.
Exactly.
So but you will see, we've already passed it, but there's a lot of them beached.
Remember a couple years ago, there was hundreds of them. Remember that? They lined for miles.
Every year there's hundreds.
Okay.
It's like, some years are worse than others. It's just the tides coming and bringing them in.
Yeah.
So honestly, there's a lot of turtle food.
Yes.
So we get lots of turtles.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Right, so that's Turtle Talks at Lowcountry Celebration.
Yeah.
And then if you want a more immersive or off the beaten path for people to explore the beauty of Hilton Head, what's available for that?
So that's what you were talking about, that boat experience.
Okay.
There's really, if you're wanting a guided experience, there's a lot of guides to really kind of show you. And it doesn't have, like we talked about in last week's episode, it doesn't have to just be a multi-passenger boat. Like you can get a full experience on a kayak. You can learn about it. And it's really nice that you can get that mix of kind of if you're looking for just seeing dolphin, just seeing the landscape, you can get that, but you also can, where you're basically in the Spartina grass. You can be
fishing.
down
I
in
saw
there.
a whole group out the other day together just fishing out here in Broad Creek, on a kayak.
The kayaks.
off a
So
kayak.
they do kayak
Yeah.
fishing.
Yep.
You can go with a guide, and they have all of your fishing licenses and everything. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And it's just, and even the fishing tours, like some of the big fishing trawler family experiences, you're still going to get a nature tour.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like every single person, they're trained in, they know about what's happening in the water, what's happening in the landscape. And some of them give you even really cool little history facts too. So when you're passing things like Bull Island, they're telling you about zebra that used to be there. So no spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler.
But it's just very, very cool that so many of them are just so educated on just the nature of the
environment.
area. And the environment is so important here.
And the history. And I think that we experience that with people. They're fascinated when you go and you point something out that's historical and the nature, and they're all like, oh my gosh, I never knew that. It makes it more endearing to the area.
It's very cool because even though this area we don't have, like you're going to find in some cities in America or regions, or even if you're going to Europe, where you're finding historical buildings, we don't have historical buildings per se on Hilton Head. There's a few.
Yeah.
But just locations of where, like, this is where
This war was fought.
happened.
Yeah.
Or just even meetings happening and things
Yeah.
that are still preserved. Like if you go to Mitchellville, like that's just, it's incredible.
Oh, yes.
We had like all the Juneteenth stuff this that in the summer. It's really incredible that even if there's not necessarily a landmark, there's just so much history, and you can just feel it. You can feel it in the dirt.
You sure can.
You can. You can. Wow.
So I don't want to skip over this. There's something that happens at Forest Preserve. You want to touch base on that a little bit?
The Forest Preserve, yes. So there's a wagon ride.
Yes.
Which is very, very cool. It's so that is happening on August the 7th. And you can find more information about it, but it's really, really great, particularly for kids.
Is it during the day or night?
That one I believe is during day and night, but I have to double check. But it's just another cool experience to go through, and it's because sometimes wagon rides get solely associated with like fall festivals.
Right. Yeah.
So it's and the nighttime would be cooler, honestly, to go around. But August the 7th, check the calendars if you're interested in learning more about the wagon rides.
Okay.
And that one is in the Sea Pine Forest.
I was going to say, so that's
another date specific one.
Yes.
So just make sure you know that is a specific August 7th.
Okay.
That's good to know.
And that's a wagon ride in Sea Pines Preserve.
Yeah, the forest.
Which
preserve.
is amazing.
Oh.
That is an ecosystem in itself.
Oh.
It really is.
If you have not been to the Sea Pines Forest Preserve, you have to check
So
it out.
beautiful in there.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous. And there's so many different ecosystems in there. So,
It's a great place to explore.
Are you thinking of selling your home?
With our exclusive Elevate package, we combine over 50 years of experience, cutting-edge data analytics, our unique marketing strategies, and our extensive network to help your home rise above the rest.
While maximizing your sales price and minimizing the time on the market.
So contact the David Dale team today to learn more. Awesome.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to hit
So-
arts and culture a little bit
different
more.
classes.
Actually, I think
So we touched on summer at the Art Center, but there's other things that are going on at the Art Center this
So there's
month.
other things happening at the Art Center. The Arts Center also has the Art League of Hilton Head Gallery,
Okay.
which is a beautiful space. They have rotating exhibits every month, and they often have gallery talks. In August through the 22nd, they're finishing up their 2 points.
2 points.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's tons of information. Really, the best way to see it is visually, of kind of seeing what kind of art is there. But there's art for purchase, there's art for viewing. But the Art League is always present in the Art Center, and some of their shows are just beautiful.
Wow.
And the current show is going through the 22nd, and then their new show starts on the 26th. That's going to be called Tidal Pools.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So it's all artwork
Yeah.
with the tidal pools.
Yes, and it's they have it's a really cool collection and the amount of work that the artists put in.
Are they local artists?
Sometimes they're local, sometimes they're brought in. The Art League really is a mix of everything. So it's really, the venue is just, it's so small, it's so intimate, but it's also nice that you can I always recommend, especially people going to an art center show, you have to go to the gallery.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't think a lot of people realize too, like they think of us as just this little beach island, but the art and culture scene here has a lot of big influence from major players throughout the country. And it is a very rich culture here.
I mean, even some of the bigger names, one of the biggest names in nature art is Wyland. Okay. If you're familiar, that's the one.
I'm not.
It's there. I think it's even on like cruise ships. You know, like that big whale tail.
Okay, yeah.
Island. The famous pictures of the dolphins. Wyland has a connection at Endangered Arts over in South Island Square.
Oh wow!
So it's just like, I mean, we've got international players coming to little old
Hilton Head. It's so fantastic. Yes.
And that really extends beyond Hilton Head and the amazing work that the galleries and the Art League do. Is you've also got some galleries in Bluffton that really work in tandem with what on Hilton Head, but Bluffton has the Soba Art Gallery on Calhoun Street, and they're same thing, very similar. They have rotating guests. That one does really focus a little bit more on Bluffton artists. Okay. They do bring in others, but it's the work that's there is really, really cool, and it's a gallery space. It's small. But
it's an old house, right?
It's an old house
that they converted.
I can't remember what
which
it was.
Is most of that.
I was going to say Calhoun Street is mostly old houses.
Yeah.
But it's neat how you go from room to room.
Well, and I think that's a good thing to point out too. If you're coming to Hilton Head, just going over the bridge to Bluffton, especially Old Town there. I mean, that's all, we took out the boat the other day, took the boys down there and just walked around, and you're just like, it is such a just again, one of those beautiful, special places, and you can't believe this is right here in your backyard. But if you don't get out, and you can't drive through it, you got to get out. You got to walk through, and you got to read the placards and get a sense.
I always recommend for people going, in particular, if you're interested in those shows at Soba, they've got one finishing up on the 1st and 2nd of August, and then a new show starting on the 3rd through the 30th. Yeah. If you want to go to Soba, walk in if you're able to kind of park, because like you said, there's so many placards, there's so many fun arts and shops, and you can grab lunch. It's down there. You can walk all the way down to the end to the new it's not brand new, but there's a park at the end of
that park.
Oh, there's so much fun with 2 big swings.
I just
the
posted,
kids,
Mike,
were swinging,
I almost got wrecked on that swing. The big swing.
Pushing him this
weekend. The 3 kids pushing me, and I was going sideways. I'm like, I'm going to whack into the oak tree. I mean, I'll have to probably do an overlay of that video.
Church of the Cross at the end of the street has always been, it's so beautiful. And it's always been a staple of, I mean, it's one of the picture images of Bluffton. It's where, when I was a kid, we took our prom pictures. And I think they still do it to this day, because it really is just
we were down there this weekend, and they had how many? 20?
They had 50 baptisms.
50 water baptisms in the May River.
Wow.
They had a big, huge event on the lawn. The church was open. It was very, it was very just like, I don't know, it was just
quintessential Lowcountry.
Well, it just was touching. It was like, wow, this is so cool. This old church and the community was out there. It was just really special.
When you go down there, that as much as even Bluffton is a vacation destination for a lot of people, it's still a small town.
Yes.
Boom. So that's exactly it.
So when you're visiting here and you're just exploring around, whether it's Hilton Head, whether it's Bluffton, you're visiting someone's small town.
Exactly.
So that's how it operates. So seeing a water baptism, and that dock is beautiful.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Sometimes it could get a little testy walking down there, especially
at low tide.
Low tide, and if it was a little dewy in the morning, because we wanted to go see a sunrise on the river. It was
down like this,
sliding down.
And the reason why we're saying that, for people that don't know, the tide with the tides, there's like an 8-9 foot tide every day here on the island,
and then the slope off the bluff.
The dock, they move with the tide. So if it's gone out, it's very steep.
And tides, because of the moon.
Yes, back to the
moon is tides are amazing because they are not unpredictable. They're not like the weather where you're like, oh no, there's rain 1 second and not the other. Tides. We know it down to the minute as to when it's going to be high and when it's going to be low. So always make sure to check our tide chart, whether it be in island events.
I check it every single day because I'm out on the boat. It is so funny. I never realized this whole time when I would put in Hilton Head tides, It was your tie chart. Every single, when you said that the last episode, I went and looked at my phone. I'm like, oh my God, it's your tie chart.
We're HiltonHead.com and HiltonHeadIsland.com. Hilton Head Island is the main tie chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're always going to be checking
every single one.
And read depending on your location, always plus or minus the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's always pretty close to, because the area is not
super
that big.
Yeah.
But it's, so if you have to incorporate, like if you're at Skull Creek or you're over in May River, you need to kind of add maybe 14 minutes or something to it. But it's, that difference of low tide dock versus high tide dock.
For sure.
Just a warning. But I want to circle back really quick to the galleries. The SOBA also has classes, doesn't it?
So both the Art League of Hilton Head and SOBA in Bluffton offer classes, which is very cool. And they have classes almost every day of the week.
They do.
And they have their professionals, their artists that are members of their galleries. They offer classes. And I mean, you can learn ceramics. You can learn.
I saw glass blowing.
You can learn glass blowing.
Oh, that would be cool.
Glass blowing.
It's such a fun idea, especially for like date nights or something, and you're supporting a nonprofit gallery at the same time. And this is how they make their money. It's like, so I highly, highly recommend taking classes. And it's sometimes you just learn something that you didn't know you can do.
And talk about bringing home instead of going and buying, go buy, buy, but go make something. And you talk about a souvenir to take home. That's fantastic.
And it's really great, especially, if you're visiting here, taking home something that you've made or something that you've learned, like a new skill to do. It's kind of, I know cooking classes have always taken off, but I really think art classes should be, and it's you don't have to commit to weekly where you're having to go back. Sometimes they do have more of an itinerary, or you're doing weekly classes to improve your skill.
Yeah.
But it can be a one and done.
Yeah.
That's
you
great.
Just go in, drop in, learn a new skill, and then you take something cool home.
We need to carve out more time in our life. I need to do more of this stuff.
Yes, we do. The other thing that they offer that I thought was really neat, just to plug them a little bit more, is homeschool classes. They offer art for homeschoolers, and they also have art camps for kids. So for the locals looking, because I've done that with Shiloh. That's why I know a lot about them. They were fantastic with them. The things that he would bring home.
So many of them, the summer camps that they offer. They offer winter camps. I couldn't recommend more. Everyone subscribing to their newsletter, subscribing to our newsletter, because we really plug in those when the camps are available. But the fact that they are able to offer for homeschooling, or for digital learners, to be able to have a space that you can go to and learn from, it's really cool to have that. You're out of where you're just laptopping it all day.
Exactly.
Because that sometimes can be really hard to only have that learning experience. And they're always run by the nicest people.
Yeah.
They're so sweet over there, and it's easy to book.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, so we covered a lot of that. What did we talk about? Special receptions, gallery talks, meet the artist moments, things like that?
They have various their shows, both.
Is it SOBA or Art League?
Both SOBA and Art League.
Okay.
Yes.
Both of them.
They have oftentimes they'll have an opening reception of the new exhibit.
So what's an opening reception for
opening
folks?
reception is you're going to be able to meet the artist. You're going to be, it's a first viewing.
Okay.
And it's also just hearing the artist talk about their work. And it's just little bites and champagne. Usually it's just a kind of, and it can be a networking experience for a lot of people too. So it's you can have a cool little meeting at a very interesting venue.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's just to kind of get a little bit more information about the culture and of the artist.
Okay.
But
do you have to be invited to that, or do you have to register, or just show up?
that one, you can go. You can just go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can just show up at the reception on the reception date.
Yeah, and some of them may require, if it's a really special one, they may require registration.
Okay.
To be safe, always just check.
HiltonHead.com.
Yep.
HiltonHead.com or Hilton Head Island. So I see here a gallery talk is on August 14th and an opening reception is on August 27th. Is that
that's
correct?
for the title pools. That's over at the Art League.
Art League. Okay, that's the August 14th one.
The opening reception is the 27th.
Got it.
Which is my birthday.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy it's not belated, but what's is it prelated? No, I don't know.
We'll see you before that.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's
Is there
talk
anything else about the arts this month, or that's pretty much it, right?
There's always things happening, particularly at various galleries.
Okay.
So I think that in the Heritage Library, there's a lot of times like they incorporate arts and history into the library. It's just there's a lot of art always kind of embedded on Hilton Head, kind of like what you're saying. It's just you wouldn't think of it necessarily as an art island, but it really is.
It's rich.
It's rich.
And right now, August is a cool transitional month because it's still very much summer.
Okay.
But it's kind of your taste into fall festival season.
For sure.
You're kind of like, it's kind of like the kickoff
of the transition.
Because it's just particularly weather permitted. You can do a lot more in the fall for artists, especially to kind of showcase outdoors, and you can.
Yeah, it's perfect. If you're going to come, if you're not coming in August, come in the fall, because the fall here is, I mean, it's incredible. It's my favorite time of the
year. Next month's episode to start talking about festival season, because I love it.
All right, well, we're excited. For that.
Hold that.
Subscribe so you can see that. All right, well, let's talk about experiences, markets, and fun extras.
So I'm kind of like scaling back since we still are very much in the summer.
Yeah.
I know we always, we've talked about kind of those cool experiences with going out on a guided tour. Boat. Something that's newer to Hilton Head, and there are brand new ones this year, are dinner cruises.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
There's several of them.
There's now several, because there used to be just only out of Sea Pines, and now you can get dinner cruises out of Sea Pines. You can get it out of Shelter Cove and Broad Creek Marina. So there are several dinner options. And the two brand new dinner cruises for 2025 are the Lowcountry Boil cruises.
Ooh.
And, yes,
I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't know it either.
Fun.
So people who don't know what Lowcountry Boil is, Lowcountry Boil is corn, potatoes, shrimp.
And it's very low country.
And sausage too,
and
right?
sausage, sausage,
See, I don't eat meat, so I'm always the worst person for
low country boil.
But what's actually cool is some of the, I know for certain the outside Hilton Head Low Country Boil cruise, they make a vegan version.
Okay,
good.
So for when I went, they made it with like asparagus, and it was just very
great.
Yeah, they're so accommodating.
Yeah.
So if you have dietary restrictions, don't feel panicked that you're only gonna get sausage, shrimp, corn, and potatoes.
Yeah.
But it's our kind of like crab pot tablescape. It's seasoned. It's delicious. Low Country Boil is a staple, particularly this time of year. I mean, it feeds a big group, and
that's the point, right? Is it's the gathering, the families, everybody getting together, friends,
and to be able to have that while you're on the water is really cool. So the two,
I know. Note to self. I'm literally sitting there going, my calendar, I need to really there's so much stuff.
So the two companies right now that are offering Low Country Boil cruises are outside Hilton Head. One's going to be out of Shelter Cove. I believe that one is on Thursdays.
And they only offer it once a week?
That one's only offered once a week. And their dining partner is Sprout Mama. Over on Arrow Road. So that's their dining partner. And the other Low Country Boil cruise, I'll have to double check what day of the week it is run by Island Head. So they also do a hibachi cruise.
Yes,
I've heard about the hibachi. We're friends with friends of them.
Yes. So they're now offering a Low Country Boil cruise and this year, and it's I know the
hibachi, Low Country. That's so good.
And I do have you can find it in Island Events, but I can mention it here is for the Island Head, all of their services, we offer a 10% off coupon. And that one.
Sure. And it's found in this little book?
Yes, it's found in that book.
Right there.
And you can grab those at any grocery stores on the island.
You're going to find them in all your hotels.
All your hotels.
Yep. And we'll
so it's you can always find offers. So even if sometimes something may feel a little bit out of budget because you're like, I don't know if I can swing a dinner cruise while I'm on vacation, or if, sometimes if you're just kind of feeling a little spent that month. It's a really nice way to kind of, you're still supporting your local business, but you're getting a little bit of a deal.
And being out on the water to do it is like all the better.
I love a dinner cruise. I'm so happy that it's become more of a thing.
Yeah.
And even on smaller boat experiences. So you don't have, it's not sit down table.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, explain what it is. Like,
Yeah.
what is a dinner cruise?
so a dinner cruise is, you're still going to get a nature tour experience. So you're driven by a captain. The boats are not, they're a little bit smaller. They're kind of the Ohana and some of the other boats that they have. And what's cool is they've set up their bench style seating with table space. So you're able to comfortably eat your meal.
Yeah.
But it's a fixed meal.
Okay.
And you, even if you don't necessarily want to eat, it's still a beautiful sunset cruise.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. It's
And you're sitting at tables with other people, right? It's not
it's a
individual table just
no,
for your
it's not
family.
individual tables.
Okay.
Because they do have, if you're looking for more individual tables, you'd go with
Like-
more vagabond.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the big boat.
That's a
bigger
bigger
one.
boat.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you want that experience, it's so nice that there are both.
Yeah.
But the Lowcountry Boil Cruise, I think, fits better on that more intimate boat experience
Yeah.
because you kind of need to see the pile of
Food.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
and
part
then you're
of it.
plated separately.
Yes.
So it's just really cool that they now offer that.
Wow.
So we do sunset cruises with our clients all the time on the boat club. So if I brought a grill, would I be able to bring a grill on the boat and call it a dinner cruise?
We
No?
call it a dolphin cruise already. Yes. When we see dolphins, we're like, that's
Yeah.
$50, please.
We bring our clients out and we're like, hey, if you see a dolphin, $50.
Just be very careful. Don't let the Coast Guard see you start fires on them.
Yeah, I know. Not going to do it. I'm just thinking out loud, which is dangerous sometimes.
That's the thing. These
I know, right? Yeah.
these
All
are
cloud.
very safe experiences. They're
Yes.
Coast Guard
love you.
regulated.
Erica's saying, don't go with David.
Scaling you back.
Stick to the professional.
We're sticking to refrigeration and
Just cover advice. This is good.
All right. I'll stick to real estate. All right. That's what I do
That's what
best.
you do.
don't bring shrimp off a non-refrigerated boat. Like, please, or no coolers. Like, come on, please don't do it.
I love
I
it.
need the professional here.
Exactly.
All right. I digress. I'm sorry.
All right. So
That's why we have the tour guides.
exactly. Stay up board here, David. All right. So
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
all right. So Hilton Head always shines with the local flavor, as we've been
Yeah.
talking about. What markets or pop-up events are great for people?
So it's kind of what I was talking about, that festival season really kickstarts in the fall, but you're still getting a little glimpse of festival season in August.
Yeah.
And one of the best ways to always kind of get that festival experience are farmers markets.
Yes.
Of course. And the two farmers markets that I, on Hilton Head, that I mostly recommend are the Sea Pines Farmers Market.
Okay.
That one is on Tuesdays,
Okay.
and that is at the shops at Sea Pine Center. And then we also have Hilton Head Community Market, which is that's really, it's a community market. It's it kind of expands past just your traditional farmers market.
Yeah.
That one is on Saturdays in the Shelter Cove Park behind like Poseidon and the Shelter Cove Town Center.
Yeah.
But to have those markets is really great. And it's nice that they're offered on different days of the week because you're going to find very different things at those markets. And one that at the Hilton Head Community Market, Wendela, who's always there, she's now sold at Walmart. It's like they're like
Oh my
local
goodness.
people. Yeah, so it's local
Making the
people
big
making
time.
the big time.
Yeah.
So what does she sell?
She sells like soap scrubs and soaps and things.
That's great.
So it's just really cool to see a Hilton Head community market member
That's
going
kind of
to
cool
big
because
time.
a big store is supporting the local.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fabulous.
Is there one at Honeyhorn as well too?
There is one at Honeyhorn,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit further. But if you're on the north end of the island, kind of less in the visitor realm, there's one at Honeyhorn. I'm not sure exactly what day of the week
That's
that
on
one
a
is run.
Tuesday. I
Tuesday
think
is
Shiloh loves going to
Because
that
and they
one
do
on a
more that they
Tuesday.
do like
fresh fruits and vegetables.
You're gonna find more.
And there's more local. That's more of a local,
Yep.
wouldn't you say,
But-
market. There's
yeah, but if
Order
you're
a
in
lot of
town
options.
during the month, there's three options. There's
Yes.
plenty to do.
And I
So one
think that
Tuesday
that's
and one-
nice, especially if you're here for an extended period of time, and you've got a kitchen and you've got things. I always recommend going to try to support the local farmers because farmers from South Carolina and Georgia both come to these markets to sell their product. So it's really nice that you're able to support like local shrimp, local
Yeah.
fruits, local things.
And their produce is really good.
Yeah.
I find it lasts quite a long time because it's fresh. Obviously, it's
fresh.
right
And I
here.
think particularly for the quality that you're getting, things are really appropriately priced.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
I agree.
When you start to compare them for national grocery store chains, there used to be a bigger divide of price for the price points, but they're kind of more similar now. So if you're able to support the local one, I always recommend going that way.
I agree.
And like you said, there's a lot of other artisan goods that I know, I haven't been to the Sea Pines one or to the Shelter Cove, but at Honey Horn, they have the soaps, they have the jewelry. They have all
so many
kinds of
different
ice
artisans.
cream, local ice cream. I mean, it's amazing. Mom's Pops, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, they've got popsicles. It's just very cool to be able
family
to see.
friendly.
It's very family friendly, and it's not just one. It's almost, that's what I was kind of saying. It's kind of makes you feel like you're in festival season, which
Yes,
is
true.
cool to have that weekly.
Exactly.
And they do it every week, and some of these people, they've been doing it for years, and like her, like evolving to selling in a big Walmart store. Yeah.
I love it.
That's lovely. All right, what else have we got?
All right. Well, I got on here that we want to talk about little surprises, activities that are happening around the island, especially those that are fun and free and for families to jump into. So let's talk about the vacationers and give them some of those ideas.
So there's because August is it's back to school season, but there are still a lot of family activities happening. There's tie-dye events in Sea Pines. There's free golf clinics. There's just crafts. There's a 5K for people who want to wake up and run.
Not sure how many people coming on vacation around a 5K, but hey.
There's actually a lot of tourism surrounded by 5Ks and runs, which is very cool. I'm all power to you. It's like the people who wake up Thanksgiving and go on the turkey trots.
Yes.
But the amount of family-friendly activities is great. Like again, just kind of getting off of devices. Doing more hands-on activities, and it, like you said, for making something to take as your keepsake home.
Yeah.
Like if you're kids, like bringing home something that you tie-dyed yourself. That's really special.
Amen.
And it really is kind of, and sometimes you can bring, like, if you wanted to bring a plain Hilton Head shirt and tie-dye, it's very cool to be able to kind of modify and just add your own crafts to different things. Because I think that you're really capturing the memories when you do that.
Well, and that's why you're coming, right? Is to make memories with your family and your friends.
I want to talk to you on the golf side of things. It's not on here, but to mention that we do have a first tee here down, and I think that's a great spot if you want to go, because it's $5-7. You don't even have to have clubs.
It's
Talk about
very
that.
attainable and very affordable. First Tee, they are a nonprofit. You can find them not just on Hilton Head. There's First Tees in other places. But they're really kind of an outreach of getting kids introduced into golf.
Okay.
And golf can be really hard. It's a hard sport to get into. It's kind of like equestrian. It's not necessarily the most affordable sporting experience. But they offer low-cost clinics. They offer sometimes free activities. So it's a really cool way to kind of get youth involved in golf. And golf is, we have some of the most beautiful golf courses in the area.
We're known for it, right?
And sometimes some of these kids, they vacationed here and started golfing, and then they picked it up back home, and they're practicing on like screens and stuff to be able to come play the courses when they come back to Hilton Head. It's really cool that First Tee was one of their first experiences on a golf course.
And they have a great driving range. That's the other thing. So down there, it's unlimited balls. So you can, as many buckets of balls you want to hit. They have clubs on site, and they have a little par 3. Like how many holes they have? Probably 5 or 7, something like that.
It's not 9.
No, it's not. But it's like
7.
It's something like that. It's not that many, but it's just, if you just want to get out with your kids for something, get them outside and hit as many balls as you want. Go do the par 3. It's right next to the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, it is a great spot to go down.
To do.
And they're running all year long.
Okay,
It's really great.
There you go too.
So even if August is not necessarily an option for you, I'd love to talk to them more, especially as it gets a little bit cooler. And
that's a
golf
good point.
is-
I kind of threw that in there just as you were talking about golf. But I tell you, this is awesome. So we can sum this up that There is plenty to do in August.
There is.
On Hilton Head Island.
Well, that's, I think, because July is so action packed, and August it feels like it's a little bit kind of slowing down as we're kind of feeding into fall. But there is stuff going on every night of the week.
Yeah.
There's
in Shelter Cove and
there's still the fireworks shows. Like there's just so much still happening in August. And sometimes you have a little bit less of a crowd, which is really nice.
Yeah. Well, to everybody out there, I was going to say, remember HiltonHeadIsland.com, HiltonHead.com, and you got Savannah.com. You got a lot of .coms, but start there. Island Events Magazine, you can find it on there, but all the calendar of events are on there. Everything that we just talked about today is on there. So if you don't worry about writing it all down, go there, put it on your phone, bookmark it. Just make sure it's your go-to resource when you're coming to Hilton Head, because it's got everything you need, right?
Or you can just subscribe to Real Talk.
That's it. Real Talk Hilton Head, RealTalkHHI.com. But Erica, you are a friend of the show.
Oh,
Thank you.
So happy to
We
be here.
love
So
having
much.
you, and thank you so much for providing this amazing content to everybody out
we
there.
source the information. We're happy to put it out there. We hope all the listeners pick up copies of our magazine if they have not been introduced to it. And this is a great way. It's just a different way to absorb that information that we're already putting out there. So I'm so happy to come every month. I just love talking about things that are going on in the area, because I never, ever, ever want to hear anyone say that they're bored when they come to Hilton Head.
Yeah, right?
There's no reason to be.
There's no reason.
There's no reason
to be. So there's so much happening, and you don't even have to do that much legwork. It's right there.
already done.
It's all done for you. Awesome.
done for you.
Well, we look forward to September, but let's dive into August and have a good time. So, and happy birthday.
Yes, happy early birthday.
Early birthday.
Almost there.
All right. Thanks so much. All right. Well, we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Share?
Yeah,
Share's
there you
good.
go. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe to Real Talk Hilton Head, and leave us a review to help others discover the Lowcountry lifestyle.